Hi, welcome back. Let's talk about one of the most powerful ways to get authority backlinks to your website. Okay. Local media plays an important role in getting authority backlinks. Now, depending on the size of your media market, local news can reach thousands or millions of people. You never know who's watching that might find value in your services, and they may end up calling you and hire you for that. If the story is shared a lot on social media, it might even go viral. And if it goes viral, it can then be picked up by a national paper, or you can just get a whole lot of backlinks because if more and more people share the story, they'll go read it. And in that story, there will be a link to your website. So getting into local papers, local magazines can help you in many ways, in multiple ways. Besides getting more business, besides getting brand recognition, you will get backlinks from their online sites, which will help your rankings tremendously. Now, when I tell this to my clients, they feel this is really hard, but it's not. First thing first, every single magazine, every single paper needs stories, okay? When you provide them with your story, and let's say if it takes 2 pages out of their magazine or paper, you've actually helped them create content for 2 pages. It's less work for them when you provide them with something that's already done. So when you pitch them a story, make sure it's written by a professional so they don't have to do a lot of work in editing and whatnot. You should be able to find people locally who are good writers, and they can write a press release or a story for you that doesn't need much editing, okay? You can also then get in touch with a local reporter. Now, you may not know someone personally, but ask around. See if you can find one maybe on LinkedIn. And I'll show you a couple of ways of doing this as well. But see if you can find someone in LinkedIn, someone through contact and so on. When my perfume business went down in the malls, and I started with online marketing at the time, my business was struggling. Both my businesses were struggling. I was new in online marketing and my perfume sales had gone down. So I reached out to a local person. Let me show you right here in Business Journal. And I showed them how I was using social media to get business from different parts of the country. Now, back then, this was a big deal. So in 2010, that's like 11 years ago, in 2010, they ran this story on me, on my business, which helped me get more business. It helped me get more customers, clients, but more importantly, it helped me get backlinks to my site, which helped me then increase rankings of my website. So here's another one. 3 years later, I was an entrepreneur. How website optimization helped a small business owner bounce back from debt. If you remember, I was in debt. I had about $200,000 of debt on me that I had to pay, that I did pay eventually. It took me about 5 years, but I paid off everybody. So this person, Gwen, ran my story in Entrepreneur. So first thing first, I get backlinks to my perfume site right here, Grand Perfumes. And then I also got backlink to sonnyahuja.com. Back then, this is how I was building my online marketing business, through my blog, through sonnyahuja.com. Not only that, this story was also copied and then shared in NBC News. Okay, it's the same exact story, word to word, in NBC News. So I also got backlinks from NBC News. So not only did my website's rankings increase, it also brought me brand recognition. I got new clients out of it. I sold perfumes. I got clients for online marketing. I was able to inspire people who were struggling at the time, and they were able to use social media or internet or SEO to increase their own business and so on. So showing up in media really helps. Here's me in Inc., Financial Post. And then, of course, I write for industry magazines like Clean Facts. So here are a few articles that I have written for Clean Facts. A guide to Google's redefined content guidelines, how to generate online leads during these unprecedented times. But the big thing is, I also get backlinks from these articles at the end of the day, which does help me. See right here, Kill It Online, that's our website, of course. So this is a great way to get authority backlinks to your website, which will help you get higher rankings. Besides, of course, brand recognition, customers, clients, and so on. Okay. Now, if you're not able to find a reporter who would do this for you, see if you can find a magazine or a paper who will do a paid story for you. I know there are magazines and papers who will charge you and run your story. Of course, the story still has to be relevant to their magazine or paper, but there might be a small fee. Maybe they need some kind of sponsorship. Or you can say, I'll pay for one page ad, but I don't want an ad in there. I want my story. I want people to know me. I want people to know my business. I want people to know how I started as a very small business owner and how I built this to this big business now. Things like that. So once your story breaks, you may get calls from other papers and magazines, from other reporters who may want to run your story as well. And like I said, they're always looking to fill their pages. Your stories help them because now they have to work less to fill 2 pages. Reach out to your weekend paper. They're always looking to fill pages because right next to your story, they can add coupons for all their sponsors and so on. So they need to fill something in the paper to run ads of their sponsors. Now, here's one way to find magazines or papers that will take your story. So put your city name plus magazine plus submission. I just did this in Atlanta, and here's what I got. So I'm right here in Atlanta. I looked up Atlanta magazine plus submission. So right here, how to submit a pitch to Atlanta magazine. First time contributors, have their best shot at pitching something for the website or a short item, 200 to 800 words. Okay. So as you scroll down, you'll see there are sites that are actually asking or telling you exactly how to submit your story to them. Here's one that says Write for Us, Atlanta Parent. It's a parenting magazine. Now, you probably want to get in there for your business story. But let's say if you're not able to do that, and if you're a parent, you go through that magazine, see how you can contribute. Because even as a parent, if you have your share, if you have something in there, if you have a story in there, then at the end of the story, they'll mention the name of the author, which is you, and a link to your website. So you still get a backlink. The story is not about your business success. It's about how to be a great parent, but it's still a story. It's still an authority backlink that you're getting from a magazine, which you cannot do if you pay them for an ad, right? So this is way more important than running an ad. You can also look up city name plus reporters, your city name plus journalists. So Chicago plus reporters, Atlanta plus reporters, and so on. You can put your city name and then plus Write for Us. I did that. And here are the results I have. Of course, Atlanta Parent again, Global Atlanta, how to submit a pitch. Now, then I see this writing group. So what if you have a group in your area which has all the reporters and journalists, maybe some kind of an association? Try reaching out to them. You may find somebody who will run your story, or you might find somebody who may point you in the right direction. Either way, it helps. So see if you can reach out to a group, an association. Maybe there's one on Meetup or LinkedIn and so on, or Facebook. There's a little bit of work in the beginning, but once your story comes out, well, then you can always share your stories or pitch in the future with other magazines, other papers. See right here, Business Journal of Atlanta. Want to write for Atlanta? We're looking for contributors. How easy is that? If you have the right kind of story that they're looking for, if you give it to them, it's going to make it a lot easier. And Business Journal was the first one to share my story back in the days, like I said, in 2010. So see if you can do that. Again, like I said before, I was testing with Atlanta Plus journalists. And so these are some of the ways you can find local reporters or journalists. And I strongly recommend you sign up for Harrow. Harrow is Help a Reporter. What they do is, when you sign up for them, it's a free service. They have reporters from all over the country. These reporters are looking for stories. These journalists are looking for stories for some of the big national papers and magazines. So they will send you an email 3 times a day asking you what they're looking for. If your story can match what they're looking for, then you have a shot of getting into a national paper or a national magazine. Now, There's, hundreds and thousands of people who get these emails, not just you. So they get a lot of response. So if nobody looks at your pitch, let's say for a month, don't get disheartened. Keep doing it. Eventually, someone will pick up your pitch, your story, and run it. Okay? So this is a way to get into national papers or magazines for free. Like I said, there's no charge. You can definitely sign up with them. And if this doesn't work, you can always reach out to a marketing agency. There are agencies that also help you get your stories in local media, in local papers, because they have relationship with reporters, journalists, and so on. They also have relationship with editors and papers because they are the ones who are providing these papers with all the ad money, all the sponsorships. So see if you can reach out to a marketing agency. There might be some small fee or investment at your end that you'll have to make, but it's worth it. Okay. Imagine I can still say to people I was featured in Entrepreneur Inc. and so on. Even if that was 10 years ago, I can still do it. So besides getting business from that, besides getting national coverage, besides getting new clients, I also got backlinks from these authority sites. So make sure you do this. It may look difficult in the beginning, but it's really easy. And nothing helps you get your website to rank high when you get a backlink from an authority site. And all these papers and all these magazines that you get also have an online portal now. So whichever newspaper or magazine you write for, your story will be on their website. They will share it on Facebook. They'll share it through their business pages. So a lot of local people will read it. And if it goes viral, you may get a lot of backlinks. You may get a lot of traffic, and you may get a lot of business as well, besides, of course, higher rankings of your website. So do work on this. This is important stuff. Don't take it lightly, and it's doable. And I'll see you in the next video.